What's going on, swim fans? Tomoru Honda just destroyed the world record in the 200-meter butterfly at the Japan Short Course Swimming Championships. In this video, I want to show you guys the full race, and I want to apply my commentary. There you see him right there in the white cap. So you want to keep an eye on him. Daiya Seto, the previous world record holder going into this, is in the black cap right there. And he just completely dominated this race from start to finish. It was all white cap. Honda is an absolute legend. He really came onto the scene in 2019 at the World Championships in Korea. I believe he was a silver medalist there. Then he medaled at the Olympics and then at the World Championships. But this is really just absolutely mind-blowing how fast he was here in the 200 short course butterfly. Dodged that wall, but he was out in a 24.29. And there you can see it. Everything's in Japanese, so shout out if you're watching this from the other side of the world. And he just completely dominated the race. What I love about this, and we'll go over it a second time, and I'll break down some of the things he's doing with his technique, the way he's splitting it, how consistent he is all the way through the race. And I'm talking the number of underwaters he takes, the stroke tempo, the breathing pattern. Everything is extremely consistent. At the 100, he's out in a 51.39. So if you're doing the splits on that, his second 50 was a 27.10. Remember, on the first 50, he was 24.29. Now, the prior world record by Seto was actually, he was out in a 51.29. So he was actually out just a little bit faster than Honda was, but Honda came back like an absolute train. Look at this third 50 here, and that's really where you have to put the pedal to the metal on this kind of a race. You can't wait around for the second half. But he goes a 118.83. So again, the split on that was a 27.44 on that third 50. Now, I wish the footage, we can get back to the race. There it is, final 25, a little bit long into the final turn. And look at him absolutely destroy the underwaters on that final push. And his tempo actually increased, and he's going to come home like an absolute freight train, making everyone else in the heat look slow. I mean, this is Daiya Seto. The previous world record was 148.2, and he goes a 146.85. For those of you keeping track of the splits, he came home in a 28.02 on the final 50. And so to give you a recap of what all four of those splits were, on the first 50, 24.29, second 50, 27.10, third 50, 27.44, and then the final 50, 28.02. Now, you might think, okay, a little bit of a fall off there at the end. Can he go even faster? But let me tell you, in the 200 butterfly, in short course and in long course, you normally see an even more significant drop-off. So, for example, Honda just went a 146.85. The prior world record was a 148.24. His teammate who ended up getting third here. Remember, this is the Japan Short Course Championship, so everyone here is Japanese. Here's the interview. So we're actually going to go back and watch the race, and I'll give some more commentary because it's just so amazing. Remember, he's in the white cap. Daiya Seto right next to him in that black cap. And in the beginning of this race, you got to remember, Seto's world record mark, the 148, he went out in a 51.29. So it's not like anything spectacular really happened on the first 50 or even the first 100 for Honda. You could even see Seto had a little bit more speed up there in lane 5. He was actually leading this race for the first 25 meters. But Honda had such consistent underwaters, such consistent stroke tempo. And you can see here, he looks smooth and casual into the first 50, where he split that 24.29. Remember, Seto went out when he broke the world record in a 51.29. And you can see Honda here actually went out a little bit slower than that, just a tenth of a second. But the real difference, and we'll see it here on the second half of the race, it was how well Honda was able to come home in the third and the fourth 50. And you can actually see it in the splits. So you can see he goes out in a 51.39. The prior world record was 51.29. But what happened here on the third and fourth 50 is the magic, because he split a 27.4 and then a 28.0. So his second 100 was a 55.46 compared to Daiya Seto when he previously broke the world record. It was a 56.95 on that second 100. So if you want to see where the world record really came from, it was on the second 100. The difference between 56.95 for Seto and 55.46. So that's basically a full second and a half faster just on the second 100. And that's really what made the difference for this world record. Now, I just want to highlight some things here on the stroke technique. What you notice, he's breathing every single stroke. Again, it's pretty easy to see him because he's wearing the white cap and absolutely destroying everyone. So he's got the white cap, and very consistent breathing. You know, Michael Phelps back in 2000 when he came onto the scene for this event, he was known for breathing every single stroke, and a lot of people thought that's actually too much, whether it's long course or short course. And now that's become a lot more consistent. You have people all over the world of different skill levels breathing every single stroke, and that's because in the 200 butterfly, it's a really difficult race. Like, you're going to die if you don't breathe enough. And sometimes you see swimmers go out really fast, and they completely fall apart on the second 100. So I think it's really cool to see a time that is so much faster. I want to know what you guys think down below in the comments. What do you think he can go long course? Remember, he does not have the long course world record. That belongs to Krzysztof Milak. If you remember, before Krzysztof Milak of Hungary, it was actually Michael Phelps. So Michael Phelps took that world record long course. He took it down like 3 or 4 seconds. I think from like 155 all the way down to that 151.9. And then Krzysztof Milak really did the work. Now, if there's something that we can learn from this, it's that he's so consistent. Obviously, he's got the training. But how about this? He only stands, Honda, at 1.72 meters tall. So for those of you in the United States, he's 5'8". So when you think about this guy and what he's been able to accomplish here, it's truly remarkable because he's not a giant, right? He's got some muscle to him, obviously. He has, he has the swimmer body. But when you look at what he's able to do off the wall to carry the speed, it's really remarkable, the fact that he's 1.72 meters tall. I mean, I'm not a tall swimmer either. You know, I'm just a smidgen taller than this guy. But the fact that he can accomplish what he does and is so consistent on the second half of the race especially, it makes you really think what's possible for yourself. So I don't know what you guys think down below in the comments. Do you think he can break the world record in the long course? What do you notice about his stroke technique? And if you like this kind of content, make sure you let me know down below, because I can do more video analysis content like that. Here on the channel, I love helping you swim faster and smarter than ever before, whether it's the legendary Whiteboard Wednesdays or video analysis like this. Happy to provide whatever value I can for you guys to help you swim faster and smarter than ever before. Thanks again for joining me, and I'll catch you guys later. Happy swimming. Bye-bye.